Okay, welcome back to my allotment. It's a lovely, glorious Easter bank holiday weekend. The weather has really come good again after a short cold spell. And I thought it was the ideal opportunity to talk about what tools a novice gardener really needs on allotment. I've had this particular allotment here for about 4 years. Still plenty of trains. Okay, so I've been here for about 4 years on this plot, and the tools I really can't do without are all here. Firstly, a fork. This one's a bit old, but I bent a tine on it. This is at least 20 years old and it's absolutely fantastic. Always try if you can to get the best tool you can afford. This one admittedly has a plastic handle, but it's stainless steel. It's going to last you much longer, be much easier to maintain than a regular steel one. Forks are really useful for digging over the ground. You can get out the roots of perennial plants, break the soil up. It's very, very straightforward. It really is a very, very useful tool. So, number one, not in any particular order, number one, get yourself a decent fork. And number two would be a spade. Again, this is the same vintage, more than 20 years old as my fork. Stainless steel, really nice, really good solid piece of kit. Has had a handle replaced, admittedly, a couple of years ago. With a spade, you always want to keep the edge nice and sharp. This is the spit of a spade, they call it, this part. And you want to keep the edge of it really sharp. It's ideal for obviously digging holes, but also just keeping the edges of the beds nice and sharp and nice and straight. A really useful bit of kit, would not be without one. It also doubles up as a shovel. And you can buy a shovel as well, of course, if you want. But if you can only get one, I would get a spade. It's going to be far more useful. If you're moving a big pile of compost or something, it's all fine and everything, you can use a spade as well as you can a shovel. So that's number two. Number three would be a draw hoe. A hoe is a very useful piece of kit. You can use it to make furrows. Just when you want to plant seeds and stuff, you can just draw it along a finely dug bed and make a nice furrow. You can use it for hitting up on your sweet corn or your potatoes if you're growing them in the ground. An excellent piece of kit. Again, stainless steel, this particular one. It's got an edge on it, you can keep that sharp as well. You can also use it for breaking up clods of earth and taking off the tops of weeds. Very useful. Really is very warm here tonight, you know. There's number three. Number four, my favourite weeding tool of all time, is from Hoss Tools over in Georgia. Not sponsored, but they're a great firm. Single tine cultivator. Can't say enough good things about this. The only drawback here in the UK is that ordering them gets expensive. So if you can find perhaps someone to make one, or you can find an alternative in the UK, maybe it's just as good. But this is a wonderful tool. It's not stainless steel, so you'll get that special care on keeping this clean. Don't put it away dirty and wet. This has got multiple ways of using it. You can draw it along and just disturb the weeds in your beds between the rows. It's very narrow. It does a lovely job of that. You can turn it sideways and draw it through more like a conventional hoe, like a Dutch hoe, which I have here. I don't use anywhere near as often as this. As I've said in previous videos, this one can be a little bit wide for going between rows and around delicate plants. This single tine cultivator does a wonderful job. Definitely a must have if you can afford it. And last but not least, you're probably going to want a pair of secateurs. These are really old as well. And you normally get what you pay for. I paid next to nothing for these, and they've lasted 20 plus years. Absolutely fantastic. Obviously for pruning, you want to, now admittedly, when I prune my raspberries here, you're going to say you should have done that months ago. And you're absolutely right, I should have done it months ago. Autumn fruiting raspberries are much better pruned in February. It's now April and I haven't done it, which is a mistake on my part. But anyway, they're very useful for pruning and chopping, and you can open up bags of compost with them and cut string with them when you tie up your beans or whatever. Don't be without a decent pair of secateurs. Now obviously you're going to end up with more than 5 tools, but these are the 5 essential tools that will make your life much, much easier. So if you liked the video, you found it useful, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, it really helps me out. And you can also join the My Allotment Facebook group, which is a rapidly growing group of novice and more experienced gardeners. And we're building a community that everybody can enjoy growing their own food. See you next time. Bye bye.